Hi, y'all. So, our subscribership is climbing rapidly, and I thought it might be good to kind of review where we're at, what we're doing, and why we're doing it going forward since we're at a fresh starting point for the next lesson. To go forward, it will be very important to do all of the questions for lesson one, which means that you're going to have a bit of catching up to do, and it's pretty intensive. So, a couple of reminders about what we're doing here. And I got a little creative today just because it helps me to remember things. So first I want to remind you, and those of you that are new, describe to you the process of rigorous honesty. As you go back through the questions, you'll hear that mentioned a lot through the videos. So I just want to bring that forward to you right now going out the gate. Rigorous honesty is not just the level of honesty on the surface. Rigorous honesty is the level of honesty where you are addressing the lies that you lie to yourself about. Where you tell yourself a lie and you own it, and then you lie about the lie you just told yourself, and you own that one too. Go back to that one and start there, and then go back from there. Because that's what it's going to take to get through this class and be a better person on the other side and apply yourself and not feel the need to do it again later. So what we've got going on here today is I am a participant collaborating in an exercise improvement class called Getting Past Broken. And I'm going to switch this around, and I apologize if it messes up, right? Okay, so Getting Past Broken is... Well, I just did that wrong. Hang on. I cannot figure out how to turn the camera to show you all this work that I've done here. So I might have to figure out how to splice a video together. This one could be interesting, so we're going to call it a learning experience. So it's a collaboration to learn how to live without hurts, hang-ups, and habits. And I am a participant and doing this work to be a support mechanism for you in collaboration with the facilitator of the class, which is the channel for Relentless Maverick at Planet X. So we've done the first lesson, which is in denial, and we are progressing forward into lesson number 2 for powerlessness. In order for you to be caught up and going forward with denial, we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about what denial is and why we're working on it today. So denial is a defense mechanism in which confrontation with a personal problem or reality is avoided by denying the existence of the problem or reality. And that's according to Merriam-Webster. Now, if we want to go into something a little more in-depth, we can look at what Urban Dictionary has to say. An Urban Dictionary says that denial consists of the refusal to accept a past or present reality and is most commonly employed to protect the host from their own negative traits, to protect them from the repeated memories of the negative actions of another, or to avoid recognizing their own guilt for past actions, thoughts, or feelings. So that's pretty intense a description of a state of being. If we expand on that a little bit more, we can say that the defense mechanism that's employed in the self-conscious mind to protect the emotional and psychological well-being is an inversion of wellness. Wellness resides in truth, and denial avoids truth. So denial is fake wellness. You're pretending that you're well by avoiding dealing with that which triggers you to be unwell. While a seed of truth will be maintained within the denial that's buried in the mind, one may be unable to believe the truth when confronted with it, because denial has rewritten or superimposed a more acceptable reality over the originally accepted truth. And that is because the mind has determined that you're not able to accept the truth and has forcibly rewritten it, so you're unable to accept anything other than what your mind has determined you're capable of accepting. So why are we starting with denial for this? What does denial have to do with living without hurts, hang-ups, and habits? Well, that's a good question. Are you broken? Do you have any habits? Are you hurt? Are you hurting? Do you live with hang-ups? No? Really? You don't? Then why are you here? Just checking things out? Thought you'd pop on in? Or was there some form of curiosity that drove you to be here? That might mean there's something more to it for you. So for lesson number 1, which was denial, excuse me, I'm new to this whole using visual aids thing because there's so much information here. So in working through lesson number 1 of denial, we have 9 questions we've already worked through. Of those, I'm going to list those for you all together right here so that you have them all in one place to get caught up. So for the denial lesson number 1, question number 1, and I am asking these questions of myself, just like you should be asking these questions of yourself. How do I think taking this first step will help me to live without hurts, hang-ups, and habits? In what areas of my life do I have power and or control? What areas of my life are out of control, beyond my control, and or unmanageable? As a child, what coping skills did I use to get attention or to protect myself? In my family of origin, what was the family secret that everyone was trying to protect? Now, number 5, you're going to start to struggle a little bit with that one because you're going to really be in denial about that secret thing. A rigorous honesty will be a challenge there, and I invite you to dig deeper. At number 6, how do I handle pain and disappointment? Number 7, how can I begin to address my own denial? Number 8, in what areas of my life am I starting to face reality and break the effects of denial? Those 2 are kind of wrapping up what you've done to get through the first 6. Because that'll be the beginning of your baby steps of starting to learn a different way, is being able to recognize what you did in the first 6 to implement it in 7 and 8. And then we get to one that's really important in my opinion, and it's the one that will make or break your ability to maintain. Question number 9 for lesson 1 of denial. Are you starting to develop a support system? Do you participate in personal care? Those are very important for maintaining sanity and wellness and accomplishing goals and maintaining, well, life. Those are very important. So, those are the 9 questions associated with lesson 1 for denial of the Getting Past Broken exercise series that is being facilitated by Relentless Maverick. And I appreciate your participation, your attendance here today. And I hope that I've given you enough information to feel comfortable trying to get caught up, understanding what we're doing here and the reason that we are doing what we're doing right now. I welcome any comments that you have, and I will do my best to answer them as I'm able. Lesson 2 will cover powerlessness in a variety of forms, and you will be addressing that, I believe, in question number 2, so that will be expanded upon in lesson number 2. So I thank you all very much for your time this evening, and welcome to Getting Past Broken with Deanna and Relentless Maverick.